Alright guys, this is the Corvette. We'll start off by the tools needed to do this project. So to begin, we have some trim tools to remove the door panels. A ratchet. We'll need a 7mm. We'll need a 10mm, a T15, and a T30. And an impact driver to make things a little easier. Now on the car, I'll point out the few spots where the screws are to begin. So under here, with the trim tool, we'll pop off this little clip, hides the bolts. Now under the car, on the door panel, you have two T30s. And then once those are out, we have a few clips off to the sides. With the trim tools, we'll pry in and snap out. And yeah, we'll start it off with that, and then we'll go to the next. Alright, so to start, we'll be removing the this little trim piece over here. So basically with the trim tool, there's a clip on this side, and then there's a section here that goes under the door panel. So you're going to lift from here, pull out, and it'll expose the two screws. They're actually 7mm. So we'll go get the tool now. So I'm going to use the impact driver, makes things simpler. Remove one, remove two, place them somewhere that they won't be lost. And then at the same time, I'll take the T30. And remove these two down here. One and two. Even though I already started them. Okay, so that's that. Place them for safekeeping also. And then with the trim tools, basically you have, I kind of started it in a way, but you have a clip there, a clip there, a third one down here. And then on the other side, you have about 3 of them down below. So basically, you pop this guy right in. You kind of give it a shot. They are a little stubborn. Adjust the camera. Basically, once you get enough opening, you could just yank it. There. That's one, that's two. Come down below. There we go. Sounds like it's breaking, but it's really not. And then you just gotta lift. Just gotta lift this guy up because it basically sits inside the window seal. Just a little lift, and it comes right out. Not bad. And then you have basically 2 clips here for the door electronics. So you have these red clips that you gotta lift, basically up on this one too, and then you have these tabs here. Just pull out down here too. Sometimes if you can't reach it, a little flathead screwdriver could help. And yeah, your door panel's removed. Just place this aside. So then basically, this is where the clips are in. They just mount to there and mount right into there. And then, yeah, so basically then we have to remove the door. So in this case, my window got vandalized and got shattered. So I don't have a window at the moment. That also caused the mechanism to stop working. So now if we did have a window, we'd have to remove the window, and to remove the window, we would need to remove the windowsill, which the first part here just literally slides right in and right out. So it's really not complicated to pull out. And the first part is out. Put it aside. And then the trim, the door trim part up here is held on by, can we see it? Basically, you got a screw here and another screw up here. It's hard to see. Up there. That's the T15 that'll be needed. And to reach this one here, you just have this little clip that you'd have to remove. So we'll get to that. Just touch this guy with the trim tool. So basically this guy here we just pop out. It gives us access to our tool, to our screw. Not too easy with where I placed the GoPro. But basically, yeah, we have access there. That's one. And then to get to this one, there's a little hole in the door that gives you access. There. Now we don't want to drop it, so we got to go slow. But even if we did drop it, once we have the whole door opened up, we could pull it out with a magnet or something. And that's out, and that's another one removed. And then there's just to finish this guy off over here. Drop it and we're out. Now with this out, this piece right here just wiggles out. There we go. So basically, there's these plastic slots that mount through all these channels, and then it just gets screwed on. So that's all right there. That to the side. And now basically you'd have full access to the window to basically move it however needed. The two 7mm that we removed earlier mounted on this bracket. Then to have access to the door, basically you're going to remove this little plastic leather. I mean, the point is to keep the cold or the hot out, depending on where you are. Just holds on with a bit of glue. and then that's removed. So we put that inside the cart. So then yeah, so then basically we have access to the mechanism. In this case though, we'll also have to remove the speaker because you have other stuff behind here, which basically the speaker holds in with 4, 2, 3, and 4 7mm. Let's remove those. And the 4th one over here. Put that to the side. So now the speaker, yeah, so it's a little tight on there because there's like, I don't know why they would put it so tight if it's screwed on, but basically just pry it out like that. And then again, we have a clip underneath with this red tab that just pop out and then push down. And it will be removed. There we go. And it's out. So also this we'll put to the side. And then that's where you'd then have access to the other side. Can we get some light in here? Of the regulator. So then in this case, what we would do is open up these aluminum slots that are covering the holes. And in here, you would reconnect basically the door panel to adjust the window height. And you have, can we get light? Can we see? Basically, you have a bolt here and a bolt here that you'd have to slack, because if this was up higher, it would be through here, which would have the proper access to unscrew the window from the clamp to then be able to slide it out, to then be able to obviously remove the regulator. Now, to remove the regulator, you have 5 nuts holding it in. Basically, one up here, these are 10mm. One down here, this one holds the motor in place. And then you have one at the bottom on that side and one on the bottom at this side. The thing is, you can't get them from the door, from the inside of the door, you have to go from under the door. And with that, you have 2 drain plugs underneath, one here and one here, which come off very simply. Just pull that out and pull this one up. And then, can we see it? It's a little blurry, but you basically have one right there and another right here, 10mm. You unscrew those 2 along with the other ones on top, and your whole mechanism comes out. We'll get to that in a second. And then on this side here of the regulator, we could get some light. You have the clip that connects to the motor of the window, which again in the back you have a red tab that you pull down and you squeeze and you pull out like so. So now that that's disconnected, we could go and get the little nuts off. So again, I'll use my impact driver. Makes everything so much easier. So one. That's two. That's three. And then underneath, that's four. Gotta go by hand. Four. And the fifth one over here. That's five. Oh boy. So yeah, so with these five out, place these all on the side. Now basically the whole mechanism is loose. You just pop the studs out of the two top sides, and you won't really see it. So basically the whole mechanism does not come up from the top. It all pulls to this side and it comes out through there, like one, like two. Like so. That's one. Wiggle it around and it'll come right down. And there's the regulator. So I'll get the put the part number of the regulator so that if anyone's looking for where to get it from, at least you know what the part number is. Now this is already the new regulator. I have the old motor somewhere because I already threw out my old regulator, but basically when the window broke, the glass got stuck inside the mechanism, and it all jammed up and the cable came all loose. It's a mess over here. I also thought at first it was the motor that was broken. At the moment I don't know where I put the motor, but when I went to the dealer, oh, here it is. Here's the old motor, that one with the regulator. Anyways, it was cheaper to get the regulator with the motor. Actually, no, sorry. The regulator comes with the motor. So I just bought the whole mechanism with the new motor. At least it's already installed, but basically there it is. So yeah, so that's that. So now let's reinstall everything and wait till we get the new window. So we could also install the window. But to reinstall everything, it's straightforward. Basically off the bat, the studs at the bottom go on the bottom. The studs on top are the top pieces. And that was the fifth stud that holds the motor in place. So let's put that back in. Go that in like this. And that's it. Just adjust. Doesn't sound so good when it screeches, eh? Basically, what you're aligning is trying to get the bottom stud in its slots which are over here, and then you're gonna pop in the top pieces. Like so. I mean, I'm sure the camera's not catching everything, but I'm trying my best here. So that one, this one, and that one. So now we know everything's seated. I'm just gonna hand tighten so we don't strip anything. The nuts. And then the bottom too, which I'll just go from under and leave it at that. Yeah, so there it is. Now it's installed again. We'll just tighten everything. I'll do this one by hand since we're tightening, because I don't want to go too tight. So just find the ratchet. Start from the bottom, because it has to be adjusted in the right way. Basically you have like this big hole there, so that from the bottom you have access to reach the bolt, but at the end it has to be pulled closest to the door, not away, closest to like the inside of the car basically. That's the best mounting point to get the window back in. I don't have to expect for putting these back in, but there's not really much load in putting things in, so there's no need to over tighten. Instead just to hold it firmly in place, honestly. Like so. And then that's over. Another big one, the last one. And that's that. The regulator is now installed. So we could go back to the motor here and install this clip into the motor, just like so. Push the locking clip in. In reality, I don't think there's really a need for the locking clip, because I mean, no one's really pulling on it, but hey, they're there, we might as well use them for their purpose. And yeah, so then you would basically at this point, once the new regulator is in, you would again plug in the door, adjust the height to get to your two holes here, install the window, tighten the clamps. Basically the window sits inside this like sandwiches through there. You tighten it, clamps down, and once that's in, then you go back to the top, you reinstall your plastics, and then the door panel. Kind of straightforward. The door panel again, once these are back in, the door panel, you first slot it through the top. Well, before that obviously you would reconnect your two clips, slot it in from here on the top, then pull it downwards, pop in your 6 clips. Once those are in, you have the 2 bolts here and the 2 bolts underneath. Then you would just put the little plastic cap back on the top part here, and you're basically done. So yeah, that's about it. Straightforward, quite simple. Important enough to have to go back on, and you will just put this here, push the plastic into its place, basically like so, and then the glue just firmly press on so that it sticks, and then you would obviously put everything back on, and then that'll be that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully it helps somebody out there.